Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to another Grounded update video. And today we're hopping back into Grounded, and we are going to be going over a question that you guys have asked me a ton in my streams, in my chat and Discord, which if you guys want to join my Discord, the link's down below, and also just in general throughout all of my comments, and that is, Sir Sim, what do you think is going to be in the 11.0 update? And I'm here to share those things that I believe are going to be in the update with you guys today. But before we hop into that, make sure you guys hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And leave me a comment down below of what you think is going to be in the 11.0 update, or what you would most want in the next update as well. But as you guys can see, I'm currently hovering over the haze. Now, why am I hovering over the haze? Because after listening to the wonderful lead of Grounded, Adam going through about what he is planning for the 11.0 update, he said finishing the haze. That's what he said. Now, do I believe that that's the only thing coming? No. I believe that there's more than just the haze getting a, well, more or less the overhaul it deserves, because let's face it, this haze is not yet quite finished. I mean, there's some open areas for sure over in this section, and then over here as well. Everything, you know, is all hazy, but at the end of the day, it's kind of a dead zone. There's not a whole lot in here. So pretty much from this rock all the way over, yes, we do have our wonderful base that's right there, but it seems, it feels a little empty to me. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like that it's not quite done. So they were talking that the haze is getting its overhaul finished, okay, like we had for, say, the pond. You guys know how they released the pond, and then shortly after that they went ahead and released the haze, right? Or shortly after that they did an update, and then they released the upgraded pond, which was hand over foot way better. So we were able to go down into the pond lab, but now we can do even more down in the pond. And I think that's kind of what they did here, right? The haze has been around for a long time. They did a couple quick graphical changes and moving of some items around, which wasn't a big deal. But then what they did is they also unlocked the lab for us, making it so, hey, this is our next priority. This is the next thing that we're working on. So we want you guys to be able to go in and check it out. Now, when we go into the lab, you guys will see that there's not a whole lot in there that's done. It is a setup lab, and you can go through and explore, but there's not very many things to collect. It feels like it's very one direction, that there's not really a whole lot that you can do in there, and there's too many mysteries in there to say that it's actually done. Now, I know that they're still working on the story, and more on that in just a little bit, but there's just so much that still could be done with the haze. Adam also hinted at the fact that they're working on not one, not two, but 3 new haze creatures that are coming. I will give you guys my humble opinion on what I believe they are. I believe one is going to be an infected ant. It could be that the black ants that they have rumored and that we saw the gear for and stuff are considered infected ants. I'm not sure, but it could be that there's going to be some sort of ants. I believe that there's going to be an infected ladybug. That is my next guess. And my final guess is most likely, because they're so close, an infected bombardier beetle. Now, I know that technically they could go anywhere with this, right? Could they go down the stink path route? They could get gnats. They could get all these things. I'm just not sure, because I'm not privy to exactly what they've developed. But I will tell you that in my humble opinion, because ladybugs are the most armored thing in the game, it would kind of make sense to put something like that into the game to give it another spin. Bombardier beetles, they already shoot well, they're little acid spits, so it wouldn't be that difficult, in my opinion, in order to add something like that to the game. And then finally, you know, the ants. I mean, they've been hinting at black ants for a while, so I'd have to believe at some point that the black ants are going to be coming to the game. And if they're going to be coming to the game, why not release it when they finish the haze? Why do I say that? Because if you guys remember from a development video, by the way, before we go any further, the rest of this video will contain spoilers about things that I've gone over in the past about the development world that I have seen. So if you guys don't want to know that, just go ahead and gracefully leave now. And thank you everybody so much for watching this far in the video. But let's hop in, let's go over things that I've talked about in development. So as you guys know from my development video, there is another ant hill that is right over here. At least there was. Right underneath this rock where you kind of see this uphill right here, there wasn't actually a whole nother anthill. Okay, when you went underground, there was an anthill. Right over here where this rock is, that's right here, there was a door. Okay, this door led down into a really, really big base, okay, that looked like an observation pad for another anthill. This anthill ran all the way over here, and there was another opening where these rocks are. Inside of here, you could kind of see where it would come out right there. So there was a whole nother anthill over in this area. And this is what I would still consider to be the haze area. So if they're going to overhaul the haze area, I believe that this is probably what they're going to end up overhauling, and we're most likely going to be getting in the game. This area over here is completely flat, which means I know that it's not done, and this sandbox is now empty. It used to have a bunch of dirt in it that was all sorts of moved around. There was a shovel in here for a while, not that one, but a smaller shovel, kind of like the one over in Spade Gulch. But there's one over here, and it looked like that there was going to be something in here. So I do believe that if we're going to be going forward, that with the haze update, I'm hoping and praying that we are going to be getting that next anthill. It added such a diverse exploring area, all new building areas, and the possibility of a whole nother boss already. So I'm really hoping, and my fingers are crossed, that we are going to be getting something to do with the anthill that is over here. And the last thing that I think that's going to get, well, technically it's two things that are going to get updated, because this one's really quick. I think that the what do you call them, the grill that's right here, I think this is going to get moved back to the location it's supposed to be. As you guys know, if you zoom over here, there's normally charcoal pieces right here and down here that you can grab. As they've stated, this is not the final location for the charcoal grill. It doesn't really make sense for it to be right here. And also, there's not nearly as many coals and stuff on the ground that you would expect there to be. So that leads me to believe that this is not its final location. I believe that the grill is going to get moved over to this location again. And this entire dead zone that you see here will soon become like an ash and cinder zone. At least that's in my humble opinion. Do I think this is going to come on the update next? Possibly. This one I'm more leaning towards no on, but it's a possibility that could come because it's just a move of a large object and a graphical overhaul in this area, and they have had 3 months to work on it. But why I think that that's kind of up in the air is because if they were to fix this area right here, right, you have construction zone tape that's right here, right? This would have to be adjusted, which means all of this area over here that is technically all still in heavy development because this picnic bench is not done yet. They still have a lot that's going to go on it. So this picnic bench is not quite done yet. So do I think that they're going to be adding something to this? Most definitely. I think that something's going to get added to this picnic bench. So why I think that the charcoal grill is a maybe is because if they updated that, I feel like that they'd have to come through and update this whole area, including the sandbox. In the sandbox, I'm hoping that we're going to be getting other bugs. More on that in another video. But I'm hoping that we're going to be getting some sort of specialty bugs that are going to be in here. The last thing that I do believe that's going to get updated as a whole inside of this next haze update is I believe that we're going to get kind of an overhaul of how the haze really works with your character and how it affects things. I think that we're going to be getting some sort of mutation at some point that maybe makes us immune to the haze so we don't have to wear a gas mask, or that just being in here you get the mutation. And I believe that there's going to be some more information that's able to be found, maybe even more SCA.Bs out in this area for us to go through, find, explore, pick up, run around with, and keep forever and be happy about it. So that is, in my humble opinion, what I believe is going to be coming. We'll go over it one more time here. I believe it's going to be a finished overhaul of the haze area that you guys see me in right now. I think that this base that's in here is going to get overhauled as well, if I could find it. Here it is. I think that this base is also going to get overhauled because I just don't think that it's done yet. And finally, I think that this anthill over here may get added as well, because what that does is it not only adds this area, and it would also add back here. Now, this is still a very large wall in comparison to your character, so saying that we can't get in here yet would be okay, especially if they were just to leave this blockage in here where the anthill would meet it, making it so you can't actually go in there. The only way to get in there would be to build in there just to find a whole whopping load of nothing. But I don't think that this area is quite needed for the next update as much as I would like it. And finally, there's a random chance that this could get moved over here. Now, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is, Sim, why didn't you talk about roly-polies? And why I don't think they're going to get added. So I don't think that they're going to get added, even though they showed off the weapon and the armor set that comes with the roly-poly. why I don't think that they're going to get added is because I feel like that the roly-polies need to be in their own special area, because roly-polies, they've been talking about them for so long and they're such a focal point of the game. I don't believe what they're going to do is just toss them into the haze and say we only have infected roly-polies in the game. Now, it's very possible that that's how it's going to be and that we may only get infected roly-polies, but that would be kind of a lame cakes way to do it. I feel like that building something out somewhere else, maybe back in this area or this area, would be the best way to integrate roly-polies into the game. But guys, that is all the time that I have for this video. Thank you everybody so much for watching all the way to the end. Let me know down in the comments you guys watched to the end, and I will heart your guys' comment. Also guys, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that like button. It helps the channel way more than you guys know. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.